In this video, we'll take a quick tour of Tonic Textual, which detects and replaces sensitive values in text, PDF, and docx files. Why use Tonic Textual? Let's say that you're putting together an LLM for automated customer support, or need a trained model to use for development and testing. You have a treasure trove of files that contain customer support conversations and case notes. These files would be perfect to use, except that they contain many sensitive values, names, addresses, identifiers, that you must protect and cannot expose. Tonic Textual identifies and replaces those values, producing redacted files that are both realistic and safe to use. To get started, you create a dataset, which is a collection of files. Drag and drop the files to add, or navigate to and select the files. You can add plain text files, PDF files, and docx files. A dataset can contain different types of files. Tonic Textual automatically scans the added files to identify sensitive values. To do this, it uses a set of models that are trained to identify values such as names, locations, and identifiers. The Dataset Details page lists the types of values that Tonic Textual detected. By default, Tonic Textual redacts the values that it detects. For text or docx files, this means to replace the value with the value type. For example, a person's name is replaced by the word person. For PDF files, redaction means to block out the value. Another option is to synthesize the values. This means to swap out the original value with a realistic replacement value. For dates and locations, Tonic Textual provides additional options to configure how to create the replacement values. Finally, you can turn off both redaction and synthesis and keep the values as is. For more fine-grained control, you can specify values that Tonic Textual should always ignore. You might use this option, for example, to address specific values that are not actually sensitive or that are identified incorrectly. For a PDF, you can add manual overrides to specific areas of the file. You can indicate areas for which to ignore all of the detected values. And you can indicate areas to always block out. For a dataset that contains a large number of PDF files with an identical format, you can create a template to use for the manual overrides. The template is based on an existing file in the dataset. Similar to overrides for a single file, you select areas to always ignore and areas to always block out. You then give the template a name. From the Files list, you can display a preview to check the updated versions of the files. The preview shows both the original content and the updated content with the redacted and synthesized values. After you finish making adjustments and confirm that the results are what you want, you can download the redacted files to use. You can download an individual file or download all of the files. And that concludes our introduction to Tonic Textual. To learn more, check out our Tonic Textual demo videos, our blogs, and the Tonic Textual user documentation.